Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground? That is a ball.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Reads it, fires complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Russell. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there.
Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's talk about Alabama. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Russell. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Here's the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, BYU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Young. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass. It's Russell. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve. And we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Quarterback keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Hauls it in. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. want to run this quarterback. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll try to slam it in. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. Crimson Tide had to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to run it. It's Martin. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, "Bore me with completions." This guy will put you to sleep.
One more snap coming before halftime. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Turning it on! They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense changing the play. Back to throw. It's Russell. Finds his man. It's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better. Now they're making the most plays.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for a push on fourth down. At the 45, on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the running back. I like he understood that it was 4th and 1. I got to get that first down. And how about the blocking up front, creating a hole, creating some space. Not only did he get the first down, makes the big play, sparks this offense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Miller. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on second and short. Got his man on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. QB draw. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And sometimes Sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback moving. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged out in the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. It's Russell. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Alabama with a first down play to start us off here in the fourth. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Touchdown Tide! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the gun to give to the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The short hands, it's Roberts. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about... ...28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Russell. Fires to the right. It's caught. Wide open spaces. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ball game.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. Finds some fresh air. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their... They'll just try to run it out here. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback running on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
In the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Try to get it to the edge. There he goes. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll try the outside to the left. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. They'll run it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. Give to the running back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Young. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. This is a designed run. And the tackle is made, and they get nothing, and this game is in the books. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.